Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel of An Everyday Life of an Aspie. If you're new, I'm Aspie. I'm all about creating mental health and awareness and sharing my life story with autism and mental health, along with taking you all on a journey with fun and games, as well as tips and advice along the way, as well as many other variety of content. So if you want to see any of these, feel free to smash the subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. So as you're aware, obviously, as I shared before in the very quick early intro, basically I am going to be raising awareness for mitochondrial disease, since it's obviously Mitochondrial Awareness Month this month, of the month of September 16th to the 22nd, obviously. And obviously someone has just raised their hand up at me saying, hey Aspie, can you please raise awareness and actually share some information on this? So a big shout out to Nikki Baker. Obviously I'm not sure if she'll be watching my channel, but I'll thank her anyways for actually raising her hand up just to say to me to share this as well. And saying this also just to let you guys know also, before I begin this, I'm no medical doctor, I'm just a normal Joe blog. So if you see anything out of the ordinary of any signs and symptoms from the past and present videos I've shared, regardless based on mental health or otherwise, do seek professional help for yourself or your loved one, or seek second opinion for yourself or your loved one, because I don't condone self-harm. So as you will, basically, as I said, based on these series will be coming up, obviously the break hopefully real short and brief for you guys to actually raise awareness. There should be some facts along the way and whatnot to share with you all as well, and some of these bits and pieces that you'll hopefully see popping up once in a while. And I'm saying this also just to let you know also before I begin, also as a reminder that my other stuff that I want to do based on the treatments and interventions that I was trying to do for the actual series that I'm wanting to do will hopefully come into effect again after this week, hopefully back to the normal schedule for those, as well as hopefully maybe some other videos that I've got installed. But there's going to be some videos you may not see leading up till before Christmas or after Christmas New Year's period anyway, so gonna have to sit tight for those. Some of it you might have seen of the photos already based on some of it on Instagram of what I've shared, but hopefully you'll enjoy my montage and everything else that's hopefully put into place before I finish for the year of 2019. So let's begin this. So the very first part is obviously what is mitochondria. This is just a brief background of obviously the human anatomy physiology department before I bring it into what it is and whatnot for you guys as well. So as we know that, or we should know, mitochondria is known as basically the energy factory of our body, or as in this case I usually call it the energy storehouse of the cells that's inside the mitochondrion itself. It has its own DNA, obviously, and as illustrated, it has all many other parts in there of the actual mitochondria, which will have a little illustration above me right now so you can understand where I'm coming from. What it does is, for the function of it, is that it transfers the energy into ATP, right, to be used as energy for everyday life function, be it for us to run, breathe, and whatever, with the help of these other bits and pieces inside this mitochondrial cell that is illustrated to you guys. Several thousand mitochondria are in nearly every cell of our body, obviously, or solely state. So their job also is to process oxygen and convert substances from the foods we eat into energy. Obviously, it's important that we have the right nutrients to actually maintain the job that we need to do, or else we are going to be flat as a robot. Anyway, mitochondria produces 90% of the energy our body needs to function. That's a given. So, now the big question you may be asking to me is, to start off with, for the very first part, is what is this terminology you're on about, Aspie, of mitochondrial disease, right? So obviously it's a chronic long-term kind of condition that is usually genetic, and it's often inherited kind of disorder that occurs when the mitochondria fail to produce enough energy basically for the cells that is needed. Inherited, if you don't know, is defined as the disorder was passed on from parents or to the children. Mitochondrial diseases can be present at birth, but it can also occur at any given age of the lifespan from birth to elderly. There are a huge group of disorders that comes with this mitochondrial disease, however, which is caused by the dysfunctional mitochondria. Obviously, the organelles generates the energy basically for the cells that is needed, so therefore it can affect almost any part of the body, like the eyes, your cells of the brain, your nerves, muscles, heart, liver, ears, kidneys, pancreas, you name it, it's there. And obviously in saying this, basically the mitochondrial dysfunction occurs when the mitochondria do not work as well as they should due to another disease or condition that comes into play with this. Many conditions can lead to secondary mitochondrial dysfunction and affect other diseases, which may include Alzheimer's disease or just Alzheimer's in general, because obviously some people don't like the terminology disease, so I'll list it as Alzheimer's, muscular dystrophy, Lou Gehrig's disease or Lou Gehrig's, diabetes and cancer is just to name a few. Individuals with secondary mitochondrial dysfunction, however, doesn't have a primary genetic mitochondrial disease and don't need to be concerned about the ongoing development or worsening of the symptoms that may be come into effect, which is going to be in part 2. Mitochondrial diseases are sometimes about 15% of the time caused by mutations in the mitochondrial DNA that affect mitochondrial functions. Other mitochondrial diseases are caused by mutations in the genes of the nuclear DNA, which you'll see in the diagram above me to what I'm saying, and affect other diseases, including, as I said before, basically of the mutations of the nuclear DNA, which in this case whose gene products are imported into the mitochondria or mitochondrial proteins in this case, as well as acquired mitochondrial conditions. Mitochondrial diseases take on a unique characteristics both because of the way the diseases are often inherited and because mitochondria are so critical to cell function. A subclass of these diseases that have neuromuscular symptoms are sometimes often called mitochondrial myopathies. This quickly ends a real short video basically of this. So before I end this, I want to question you guys, if there's anyone of you out there that has this condition, do you wish to actually maybe to raise awareness? Just if you're brave enough, can you just comment below basically and actually share these videos around so that hopefully we can raise enough awareness and understanding about this disease as well for anyone of you that are watching. And I'm saying this basically with the ones that has this condition, if they're brave enough maybe to question a few questions maybe to me about this, how you live this on a daily, and does it affect your daily living, so on and so forth, and how do you overcome some of these obstacles and whatnot that comes your way with this condition. So enough for the day, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash the like, comment below. As I said, feel free to share these videos around. And on for the day, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Ciao for now.